We do also need, to be honest, more stop and search, because stop and search does take knives off the streets. The use of stop and search has declined a lot recently, particularly in London under Sadiq Khan. And in London, I think stop and search has gone down by something like 60%, and at the same time, during Sadiq Khan's mayoralty, at the same time, knife crime in London up by 86%. So we do
Chris,
need more stop and search.
That's a hot potato. How are you going to handle that? That's a hot potato. You know, and I know that you'll be branded as being racist and whatever to come out with stop and search. I was used to stop and search my whole life, right? I was used to it as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, whatever. Personally, I had no issue with it, and my point always was, if you're not carrying anything, what are you worried about? And it should put other people off from carrying something, but it is a political hot potato.
Well, I think it's a political hot potato we need to grasp, because stop and search takes knives off the streets. I was talking to Mark Rowley, the commissioner, a little while ago, and a few years ago, he was telling me it took 400 knives a month off the streets of London. And look, on the question of disproportionality, if you measure the proportionality of stop and search and compare it to the offending population, and indeed the population of people who are victims of knife crime, the disproportionality disappears. If you look at the success rate of stop and search, so the percentage of stop and searches resulting in knives or drugs being found, that success, which in London is about 30%, about 30% of stop and searches find something, and that 30% figure, it's about the same, give or take a percent, across all different groups. Now, if a particular group were getting unfairly picked on, you'd expect that percentage to be lower, but it's not, it's about the same. So I don't think it's being used unfairly. Well, and if police officers or if politicians like Sadiq Khan or left-wing politicians hold back from stop and search, it leaves more knives on the street and it puts lives at risk.